Okay, so the 110 chains, that was not accurate. Okay, like, I'm telling you right now, a bunch of these are not going to get ranked because I've either never had them or they don't count as fast food. If I ever do like a chain restaurant tier list, which I probably will one day, then I can rank Denny's. Oh, Denny's is big trash, big trash. But anyways, so we're going to be ranking these. I believe this includes everything I would want to rank. There's probably some fast food place that's missing. If it's really important, we will find a way to add it or something. Like if there's one missing and then ESAM's like, what about Fazoli's? What about a Fazoli's? I'm imagining it's Italian. There's a tomato on it. Cool. All right. I'm calling up ESAM. Okay. ESAM just completely ignoring me. Maybe I should tweet at him. Have you ever had Captain D's? D's.
I'm talking to Hugs86 for those of you that don't know Hugs. He is
a bit too low right now.
Very long time smasher, one of the OGs.
How about this?
For some reason,
wait,
I'm trying to like.
I'm sorry. Did you have to introduce me to your chat? Am I that far gone from the Smash scene?
No, I don't think so. But well, like 2 people, yeah.
Unreal.
They were like, "Who are you talking to?" So I was like, "Oh, it's Hugs," and I might as well give the intro.
All right. Wow, it's like that. Oh, for real? ESAM and I have had, the reason I chose ESAM is because ESAM and I have had our arguments about fast food, and he's one of the people that I've seen extremely passionate about fast food on Twitter from the Smash community. So if we're looking at the list, right, there's a bunch of things that just definitely should not count, right? Like Denny's, freaking IHOP. I think those are obvious, right? Yeah. Now we need to come up with some kind of criteria that says that, you know, one is okay and another is not okay. In my opinion, I think it should be any place that typically can have a drive-through.
Yeah, I would agree. That is probably the biggest factor.
Yeah. Let's stick to the drive-through criteria, and then we will decide if we want to include any other restaurants on a one-by-one basis.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
So actually, really quick, I do want to note some things. I feel like it's going to be arbitrary depending on which restaurant we're talking about, but there are going to be a couple things that we will be factoring in, obviously, which is taste, I would assume, price, because that matters. Because like there's a difference between getting a $10 worth of In-N-Out and $10 of, I'm just going to go to a more expensive one that's randomly, Boston Market.
Yeah. Like I value more than anything quality per dollar. So even if it's expensive, if it's worth the money, typically I'm rating it really highly. I also value, you're going to find, I value consistency probably really, really highly. Because there's nothing I hate more than dropping like $10 at a fast food place and it tastes like shit on one day and it's amazing on another day. All right, so we could start off with A&W. Here's the thing. I've only had A&W in Canada. I barely ever see it here in the U.S., and when I see it, it's like attached to a shitty KFC. It's good in Canada, right?
Yes.
So do we rate it, or do we leave it out?
I say rate it, because, I mean, if we've had it, we've had it. You know?
Yeah. Okay, I just don't want somebody to see this tier list, and then they go to the shitty A&W next to the Pizza Hut, and it tastes like shit. But I'll run it. I'm down to judge it based on what I've had in Canada, but I think food in general, especially fast food, is just better in Canada, period. Okay.
Yes.
This one is tricky for me. Arby's. What do you think of Arby's? Oh.
I've always been it's strange because I feel like I'm a fan of Arby's, but I barely went there. And their Twitter snaps.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, their Twitter's good, but but they're never something that I crave. It's like they're kind of like they're kind of like the Kmart of fast food. It's just like, why don't I just go somewhere else instead? I never have Arby's as the priority ever. Ooh, here's a big one, dude. Burger King.
Burger.
Are we saving that for the juicy ones, or are we still going through?
We can save it because I feel like the big like 5 or like 7 we're gonna like talk about later.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just get rid of all the shitty ones that we're just not gonna do. California Pizza Kitchen. I'm not doing it. I think Checkers. So for us, it's Rallies. I think
Yeah.
I think it's very similar to Arby's, where it has a lot of different things that are good. I think it's a better Arby's, to be honest, but I rarely
It's
pick it
Arby's too.
over something else, but I also don't see it around a lot.
Checkers has or not the best, but like a top 3 French fry in fast food.
Dude,
Their fries are so good.
okay, give me your top 3 French fries.
I'm gonna have to say McDonald's is up there. I don't know what the like 1, 2, 3 is, because it's definitely. I mean, good Wendy's fries, but that's hit or miss, and we can get to that later.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll do a tier list of just fries.
If you have In-N-Out at top 3 fries, you're crazy. But you're from like I know you're a big stan, so maybe you do, but I think they're shit.
Hey, don't worry about me, dude.
We'll get there. Maybe like Zaxby's fries. Zaxby's fries are really good.
No,
I can't think of a third. Like,
I'll tell you the true top 3.
Arby.
The true top 3 on fries is In-N-Out, McDonald's, and Jack in the Box. Curly fries.
In-N-Out's fries suck.
In-N-Out
We'll get to that.
fries are so good.
Argument.
Yeah. Are we skipping Chick-fil-A because they're homophobic?
I'm down.
Okay, yeah.
We're
Let's
going to
skip
skip them
that
just for controversy.
yeah.
Also, I was talking about the fact beforehand. Like, they're really mid. Like, they're mid at best.
Oh, I would not agree with that, man. I think they're a trash company, but I wish they weren't because I'd love to rank them. Oh, let's just put them at disgusting. Yeah, let's just put them at the E.
Cool.
Yeah. that'll be the clickbait for the YouTube video.
People got
perfect. Churches. I'm down to talk about churches. I think churches.
I've only
chicken.
had it like once.
Okay, you've only had it once. All right, so there are some things they do well. The main problem I have with church's chicken, and maybe that's just the ones in my area, but they don't give a fuck about their restaurants. Like, they cook shit hella early, so your food is cold. The places are a lot of times like they don't take care of it. Like, no one's cleaning. Their sides are kind of shit though. Like, I remember their mac and cheese was garbage. Their fries are garbage. So really, it's just like, why ever go here if you can go to Popeyes?
Right. Okay. That makes
so
sense.
for me, honestly, it hits the poor tier.
That's low tier, right? Basically.
It's like the one
tier?
right below bottom. Yeah, so it's like low tier for me.
Okay.
Culver's.
We can talk. I feel like Culver's isn't controversial enough, so we can talk about it now. I think Culver's is solid. I think Culver's is actually quite good.
So in my opinion, what is it called? The Butter Burger at Culver's is one of the best fast food burgers out there. I think their prices are solid. Yeah, I think it's great. Like, it's a really good burger. Like, whenever you start ranking these, I'm going to be hard pressed for you to convince me that a burger from a certain place is better than theirs. I think Culver's has amazing burgers. Their price point is great. And then their sides are amazing, including the cheese curds. I think they're fucking fire. Dude, I think it's the only fast food burger that competes with In-N-Out. Yeah, for me, it's going into my A tier. At the top, there's a chance it hits S. I just got to see what else I'm going to end up putting. Yeah, I got to see what else I end up putting up that high. But for me,
it might be in like the bottom end of top 10.
Del Taco.
I've actually never had Del Taco.
Never had it.
Nope.
Okay, I'll do this one.
Okay.
So Del Taco, it's like they have some items that are good, and I hear their burgers are good, but I just don't understand why anyone would ever order a burger at Del Taco when you could just get a better burger somewhere else. I don't get that. I think everything they do, Taco Bell kind of does better, except for a few items like their fish tacos and their quesadillas. I think are better.
Well, that's high praise because people love Taco Bell quesadillas.
I love Taco Bell quesadillas, and I think Del Tacos are definitely better. So I think Del Taco probably hits my average tier, my C tier, but it's probably going to end up on the low end.
Denny's clearly isn't fast food.
Nope.
Like, not even close.
That's
Although, just really quick, do you want to talk about Denny's versus IHOP? Because it's a different topic, but it's something that people will want to talk about.
I think IHOP is infinitely better. I think Denny's is complete trash.
Oh, I think
Super
Denny's
trash.
is way better. IHOP.
What?
I think
Really?
IHOP has mediocre options, except for obviously their pancakes. Their pancakes are fire.
I'm going to a bar now. I'm 21. There's bars that are open and they have food. I am never going to a Denny's again. I went one time again.
Did you just turn 21, Hugo?
Yeah. It's been like 3 years since I turned it. But the last time I went to Denny's was with Zane, Eris, and Leffen, and it was, I think,
that sounds like a bad crew for Denny's.
It was 4 a.m. and we were all really drunk, and it was the only place open, so we went. And then as soon as Leffen ordered the the
Like
moon's
pound.
over my hammy, Zane looks at me and he goes, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So
really
that's the
funny.
last time I've ever been to a Denny's.
I've never
So
had
have you never had Pollo Loco? Ooh, okay, let's talk about it. Pollo Loco is what Chipotle honestly does better, but Pollo Loco is more in the fast food realm. It's just, it's a bit cheaper, but it's a really healthy fast food place. If you're a Mexican, you just go to a different Mexican place. It's way better, but I think this does the job. It's healthy. It's good. It's got variety. It doesn't compete with Popeyes and Church's because it's not fried, so it's like the healthier version. But it's solid.
Yeah, it's grilled chicken.
It's definitely always good. I'm putting it into. I don't want to put it into my B tier though, because I don't think it's better than Rally's, or I don't even know if it's better than Arby's. It might be slightly better than Arby's. Yeah, I could see it above Arby's.
So like it's Arby's comparable.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's got its niche, so you actually go to a Pollo Loco, whereas you never go to Arby's. Okay, Firehouse subs. Are we including the?
I know Firehouse drive-throughs. So the thing about Firehouse, it is the most expensive sub place, but for damn good reason. It's so good in my opinion. Like I think it is at least high tier. Like it is very good.
Okay, sick. The only problem I have with just this entire line of restaurants is, yeah, why not just go to a fucking deli? Like I know delis that these guys can't compete with, and they cost the same amount. Okay, Five Guys. In my opinion,
I feel like we shouldn't rate it, but we kind of need to rate it.
I'd say we talk about it when we get to ranking In-N-Out because the comparison's always there. Five Guys, In-N-Out, and Shake Shack. I'm gonna say right now, I don't even know if Shake Shack counts as fast food. Yeah, Jack in the Box. We could talk about Jack in the Box.
You can go for it. Yeah, you can go for it.
So I've rated it low before, but over the years it's gotten better and better to me because I think they've upped their quality, and they have their thing is variety. That's how they compete with McDonald's and these other places that are better. They just have more variety. So they got like jalapeno poppers, they got curly fries, they got they serve breakfast at all hours, and then they got a bunch of different breakfast items too that you choose from, like burritos, croissant, like sandwiches, and just they got everything, right? They got spicy chicken sandwiches, they got their cheap burgers, so they got a $1 menu too, or like a value menu, right? And and then their desserts are good. They got like mini churros, they got their crazy shakes. They're actually phenomenal at they got tacos, like their 2 for $1 taco deal is one of the most busted. Like anyone who is who's high on weed will vouch for those 2 tacos. That deal is crazy. You pay $5, you get 10 of those tacos.
That's a lot of tacos. That's a shit ton of
tacos. They are fire. I think it's good. I think Jack in the Box does what Rally's does, but in my opinion, better. So I'm gonna actually put it into the B tier. It's gonna be my first B tier entry. Jersey Mike's. I think it's solid. They're fast, and I think for me it's the best of the fake deli places I've been to. No, that's Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's is the best one for me.
I think I would rather go to Jersey Mike's than Arby's. They have deli stuff, but I'd rather get that than Arby's. Like Arby's, I basically only got at this point, like at airports. If I'm like, I don't want McDonald's, I don't want that stupid pizza place, I don't want that random Chinese place, like I'll get Arby's. Like, that's mostly I would get Arby's. So Jersey Mike's is, I feel like, better than that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm doing the same, but for Jimmy John's, because I haven't been to Jersey Mike's really, but I've been to Jimmy John's, and I think Jimmy John's is pretty solid if we're ranking this sort of type of place. KFC. I'm down to talk about this right now. I think KFC is the shittiest of all the chicken places. It's always soggy.
But better than Chick-fil-A, right?
It's yes, in different respects. It's always soggy. The sides used to be better. I think they got rid of their potato wedges from what I last heard. And like eating there is like typically like the KFCs I've been to, they're never like, they're always, maybe I've been to the ones in my area that are just like not taken care of and they're like dirty, and like I've never had a good time going to a KFC ever. And the chicken is honestly, even if it's fresh, it's not that great. Like it's a little too salty. And there's always a Popeyes around the corner. and there's never a reason in my head to go to KFC.
Okay, yeah, Popeyes is definitely better, and I'm not going to deny that. But
Yeah.
I will sing the praises of KFC just a little bit higher
Okay.
because I am someone that loves mixed food, right? And one of my favorite fast food options, period, is their stupid loaded bowl thing where it has popcorn chicken and cheese and mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, I
and
know
corn
about that one.
gravy.
Yeah.
That shit's man good. And then you get like that for $5 with a cookie and a drink.
Panda Express, we're counting it. Yeah, I'm down to talk about this.
Your disdain.
I'm so down to talk about this. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Go
Chick-fil-A is
ahead.
getting a neighbor in its tier. Panda Express is so fucking bad. It's literally dessert meat. That's the whole menu. The menu is just very, very sweet meat covered in oil and sugar, and then you just feel like shit after. It's just sitting in a fucking bucket for hours by the time you show up to order it. It's so bad. There's only like one redeeming option there, and that's like the pepper beef.
Yeah, I would at best put it in low tier. Like, I think it's either the lowest of low tier or the top of bottom tier. So I can agree with you on that. Like, I've had a couple of decent experiences, but like,
it's bad.
Chinese plus fast food just shouldn't exist. Like, Chinese restaurants are fast enough. You can just fucking order something and then drive, and by the time you get there, it'll be done.
Popeye is saving that.
Really quick, really quick. Just the main three. What's your tier list?
For what? Pizza?
Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's.
Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's.
God,
Yeah.
I hate Papa John's. Papa John's is my last.
Quiznos does count if we're counting Subway and all that. I think
Yeah.
Quiznos. I think they're a sad story. I think they were pretty decent subs, but they had a gimmick, and then Subway's like, wait, we could just get a fucking toaster too, and then they just got washed. They just got washed. They're like, our subs are toasted. And then Subway's like, dumbass, I'll just get a fucking toaster. And then they rolled it out in every single restaurant they have. Ooh, Cane's. We could talk about Cane's.
So you want to do a Cane's Zaxby's? You want to just bump Zaxby's up so we can talk about both of them?
Yeah, sure. So I can't accurately judge Zaxby's because I've only had it twice. Once I had someone else's chicken wing and they let me have it. And then the other time, EE bought it for me. You know, bless EE for buying me that meal, but EE is also a huge fan of Applebee's, so I have no idea how to feel. No, TGI Fridays. Sorry, the man went to.
No, we were in Japan. Or wait, where was I?
No,
we were in Dubai.
Dubai, and he was trying to eat. Yeah,
I was there. I was with him, and he was like, "Yo, let's go to Fridays," and we're like, "Mother, EE,
are you serious?
we're in Dubai. Let's go literally anywhere else." He's like, "Man, but like the Fridays though," and like he almost convinced us to go to Fridays, and we were like, "No, fuck off." I'm very familiar with Zaxby's.
Okay, so Cane's. So I used to have it a lot when it was only like in Vegas in the Southwest, and I thought it was incredible. Then it started opening up in other places, and I feel like the quality's gone slightly down, but that could just be the different places I'm going to. The more Cane's I go to, the less I'm impressed with it. Because it's just not holding up the same, but it's still really good. And for that, I would honestly say it belongs in the A tier still.
So for me, I agree with basically everything you said about Cane's. I mean, I haven't had it a long time ago because I'm not a SoCal native. You have one thing to get, because who the fuck gets their sandwich? No one gets the sandwich. If you get the sandwich, you're
They have
crazy.
a sandwich there?
Exactly.
I get the strips, and that's it. Yeah.
They put their tendies on their bread.
Oh, fuck that. No, that's the same thing.
Don't. So Cane's, I think their chicken is, like their fried chicken tenders are very slightly better than Zaxby's. I'm going to be honest. I think that Zaxby's tenders are a little worse than Cane's, but very, very slightly. Like, I think the fries at Zaxby's are better. And I think the bread is very different, so I'm going to put them at even. Because, Cane's is like very buttery, very like kind of soft, but kind of crispy bread.
Yeah.
Whereas Zaxby's is like toasted, but also buttery. So like it's more crisp, but less buttery. So it really depends on what you want. Like, I think Zaxby's just has more to offer, and they have more sauces than just cane sauce, because cane sauce and Zax sauce is literally one for one, exactly the same. It's just salty Thousand Island. Like, that's all it is, with a little bit of pepper. It's salty Thousand Island with a little bit of pepper.
It's so
they're
good.
great. I'm not complaining, but that's all it is, right? So there's this. It's the same sauce. I think they're both in high tier. I think they're both at least A tier. Maybe again, Cane's is like very top of B type area, but I think Zaxby's is for me right under Firehouse, which is right under Culver's.
Sonic. Okay,
I have
Sonic.
opinions about Sonic.
Huh?
I have some opinions about Sonic.
So do I.
I think Sonic's good.
I think it's fucking garbage. I
Oh
think it's so
no.
bad. I think
Oh
Sonic,
no.
like, you break down their individual items, they're so low quality. I think what they got going for them is some kind of variety, but
Yeah.
it is so, like, it's like the kind of food I could take a bite out of and then I want to throw it in the garbage. I got no love for it. No love for it.
I've had some pretty good experiences with Sonic. Because first off, their drink menu is
That's
really
where
good.
they're good. Yeah, that's where they're good.
Their drinks and their shakes and stuff like that are really, and they have like a ton. Like they have a ton.
I'm just telling you, man, the items I ate, like, I respect their variety, but if it all tastes like shit, I don't care how much different kinds of shit you have on your menu.
That's fair.
That's how I feel
totally
about
valid.
it. Like I look at Jack in the Box's variety, some of that shit's fire. So I praise it. Sonic's variety, the stuff I've had has never been pleasant. I've been to it twice or 3 times. I've given it 3 chances. I probably never want to go there again. All right, Starbucks. Ooh. I think Starbucks
Take
is
the
great.
floor.
I think Starbucks is
We
great.
kind of
I
talked about
think
this already.
I think they got a lot of great food items. They got their healthy items, they got their not so healthy items, they got great snacks, they got great drinks. Coffee, like, I'm not an expert in coffee, so I can't say, but to me their coffee's pretty good. Their teas are pretty good. Their places, like the way they keep their spots are always impressed. Like, they're always clean. Yeah, like if you want terrible, if you want healthy, if you want tournament food, I put Starbucks at. Oh, do I want to put it above Jack in the Box? Oh shit, that's weird. That feels
Really?
weird.
Wow.
That feels weird. But I think it's just because of convenience. Whereas Jack in the Box fits a more of a, I feel like getting down and dirty.
No.
Subway. You want to take the floor on this one?
Okay. So Subway for me has gone up and down so many times in my
Mhm.
life because
Mhm.
wow, it's pretty good and you can get pretty healthy stuff. Wow, all their stuff is kind of just processed and then there's nothing. Yeah, but like it's pretty cheap for a decent amount of food. But like, do I really want Subway? Like I could just get so
Yeah.
many other things or just like now that I'm an adult, I can
Yeah.
just cook. But
Yeah.
I think Subway is actually the one thing is they are consistent. Every single Subway will taste exactly the same as every other Subway. So if we are going to end up bumping McDonald's, which we inevitably will talk about for being consistent, because every single McDonald's tastes exactly the goddamn same.
Oh, I disagree there. Oh, we're going to talk about this, but go ahead.
Really?
I disagree.
I just assumed
Okay.
for
So
the Subway.
I agree that Subway is consistent, but they fail in consistency when you have that one cashier person working who pours all the fucking mustard on one half and then just slides the rest on the other side. So you got half of a sandwich doused in fucking mustard and mayonnaise because they don't know how to evenly spread it, right? Like, so you could go to a bad Subway. I'm just saying, but you're right. Generally, it is consistent, yes. But the thing is, yeah, like, it's like when people praise it for healthiness, it's like it's so like everything's processed. It's clearly not good for you, in my opinion. But if you're trying to lose weight, I guess it's okay. What's up?
I'm putting it at the lower end of mid tier.
I could agree with that. I might put it at the top of my low tier. Okay, White Castle. We can talk about White Castle. I think White Castle.
Dude, okay, I love White Castle.
I think White Castle is good, but holy shit! After you're done eating it, it is like there's a meme about how it gives you diarrhea, but it definitely does.
Yeah. But like it's worth it.
Consistently fucks you up.
You get drunk at a tournament and you just get like you have like 5 friends and you just get like 2 crave cases and you're done. Like
yeah,
it's so satisfying to eat them. Yeah, like I would put it in high mid tier, like which is a pretty small tier for me because it's literally Checkers, Bojangles, and now White Castle.
I got a lot in my mid tier. I'm putting it below.
That's high mid tier.
I'm putting it below. Actually, I'll put it below Arby's and Del Taco. Like I think it's like I'll order it and it's like I'd rather pick other burger places. But if I had to choose something that was out there and different, I think I'd rather eat Arby's.
And I think that's the majority of the list.
So now we're talking about the juicy ones.
Really quick, because I don't know if it's juicy, but are we going to consider Chipotle and that?
I'm down to quickly consider it. In my opinion, it shouldn't count. It's kind of the thing is, it's kind of like a Subway though. That's the problem. But at Chipotle, don't they give you a number sometimes and they bring it to you? No, they never do that, do they?
I've never had.
But they service your tables. Oh, but so does Chick-fil-A and other places. Fuck. Does it count? Does it have to count? Okay, so if we do Chipotle, we have to do Five Guys, we have to do Shake Shack, and then we have to do Qdoba,
And
Baja Fresh.
never had that one. So I'm going to be 100% honest.
Okay.
While I do enjoy a
do
good
it.
Chipotle, I think it is not the best of these Mexican type restaurants. I think Qdoba is the best of them. Frog would love me. I think Chipotle is still high tier. I would probably put it right below Culver's, if I'm being honest. But to me, Qdoba is literally just one spot higher, and then Moe's is like in high mid tier because Moe's has the best queso of the three. Chipotle queso doesn't exist, and we're gonna ignore the fact that it exists entirely because it's shit.
It's one of the comments I have on Chipotle is that I hate it because I think any Mexican spot or one that pretends to be Mexican should have their steak down, and they don't. Their chicken is infinitely better, which is funny because at most Mexican places, the chicken largely exists to appease people who are unwilling to eat things that are ethnic.
Yeah.
With that in mind, I think Chipotle does a lot of things well. It's just I see no reason to eat there most of the time. I usually do it when a friend's going, and then I'm like, sure, you can pick me up something, and then I eat it. But I'll rarely go there on my own. So in that respect, I have to put Chipotle. I hate to do this, and I hope that I find something to put above it here, but I have to put it at the top of my B tier.
So let's go from the least contentious of these, which I feel like would be Carl's Jr. and Burger King.
Yeah. Okay, I'm down with that. So
you
I
go
think
with Carl's Jr. because you seemed very opinionated.
Yeah.
Carl's
So
Jr., so go for it.
So I fully admit that Carl's Jr. is largely trash. I used to have it in my low tier, bottom of my low tier. But there are some items that are so fire that I keep going back. The problem is Carl's Jr. is largely inconsistent. A lot of times you're getting stale shit. The rest of their menu items are not all that great, like their regular burgers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are more expensive are not that great. Their cheap ones are pretty good, but that's the problem, right? They don't hit a good price point. A lot of their items suck. The only saving grace is their value menu items, specifically the spicy chicken sandwich and the crisp cut fries. It's going to be weird to people why I have it at the top of the D tier, but it's literally those items make me go there more than a bunch of restaurants above it. Like I go there more than Pollo Loco, than Arby's, than Rally's, just
That's
because
fair.
of that little combo that I get. Oh, it hits right, man. We'll talk about it.
So next is Burger King.
Yeah, let's get rid of Burger King. So I think Burger King
People
is
fucking hate Burger King.
Yeah, I think it's slightly underrated. I think they have some pretty good. Have you had the rodeo burger, by the way? It's just like a mini Western bacon cheeseburger. Have you had that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, everyone's had like the Southwest burger where it's like it has a little bit of bacon and barbecue sauce.
Yeah, but have you had it for $1?
But I think Burger King is overall very underrated. Like I'm not saying it's high tier. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not gonna go there. But I think people consistently put this in like bottom 5, 10 fast foods, and like I think that is very unjust.
I agree with that. I also
they have chicken fries. The chicken fries slap, and they have 10 nuggets for like $1.30.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's fucked up.
And they're like kind of like on par with like McDonald's nuggets sometimes.
But I put Burger King like at the very least like the higher end of mid tier.
I put it at the like mid of mid tier to be in my opinion. I put it like. I would put it above El Pollo Loco. No Blaze.
So I guess next, let's do the chicken. So let's do Popeyes.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm down. I'll just say it straight up. This is going to be my first S tier. I think Popeyes is phenomenal. The only thing that they're missing is their consistency. And typically that's solved if you just have a good Popeyes near you that just handles their shit. And if you have a weak one, then sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. First of all, their chicken is fire. They have the spicy variety or the regular variety. Their seasoning and all that, the crispiness is perfect. Then you start talking about their sides. Yeah, like their mashed potatoes.
So good.
Their red beans and rice. Their fries. Their fries are actually one of the best in fast food.
That's fair.
And then their biscuits are amazing. And then not only that, their sauces are also incredible. Their hot sauce, their honey. They have their like cup sauces, like the the blackened ranch. They have they even have their Cajun Sparkle, this little fucking seasoning packet that you just pour all over your chicken. It's so good. And then their drinks and their desserts, like their apple pies and their peach. I think they have a peach pie at certain points.
I've never had the Popeyes desserts, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, they're so good. It's like the apple pie from McDonald's, but on crack. Like they just,
oh wow,
it's just so much crispier and like just better tasting, fresh, better ingredients, all of that.
I think Popeyes is free the best fast food chicken, like not close.
Easy. I think
including demon homophobic. Like I think it's not. I still think it's objectively better.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I assume you agree. Where are you putting your Popeyes?
Yeah, it's top tier. I put it below Portillo's.
I'd say that Popeyes is the closest thing in fast food to a home cooked meal. But what I mean, it's like their food options are very like comforting and like homey, and like you get that with your sides and your sweet iced tea, and oh god, it's so good.
I can agree with
it's great. Yeah. Only thing that stops them from being the best of the best is their consistency. They're not always consistent. All right, so let's talk about Wendy's then. What about Wendy's?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wendy's fucks. Wendy's is so goddamn good.
Let's do Wendy's and then into Taco Bell. How about that?
Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell type thing?
Yeah, let's do those three. Okay.
I think Wendy's is so good. Of the common fast food restaurants, Wendy's has the best chicken. Not close.
Ooh, like their chicken sandwiches?
Dude, their Asiago chicken ranch is like a top 5 fast food. The fries are inconsistent. I'm not going to say that they're not, which is the biggest dock on Wendy's for sure. Okay. Their fries are inconsistent, but also I like if they're less salty, I like them, or I'll just add salt. Okay, like it's an easy fix. Mm-hmm. I really like their burgers. I really like their buns. They have pretzel buns. They have really good dollar menu, or like really good value menu. Like the 4 for $4 is really good. I think they have the best fast food nugget, because I like it over McDonald's, like free.
Okay. I cannot disagree with anything you said. I think Wendy's has everything covered. I think their nuggets are in contention for top 2 best nuggets out there. I think Wendy's is probably the best consistently, but I think peak McDonald's nuggets are the best. But dessert wise, their Frosties, one of the best. It's cheap. Their price point at Wendy's is actually pretty good too. It's affordable. I'll mention something you haven't mentioned yet, is that they have monthly specials that sometimes hit like nothing I could believe a fast food restaurant could do. So they had like a blue cheeseburger a while ago that drove me crazy. Like I would go there every time for that. I had blue cheese, bacon on it, and no fast food place even attempts that kind of shit. I want to say, considering how much they hit every category I could think of, I think, do I have to put them into S? Oh,
they're free S for me. Like it's not like they're currently my highest or second highest thing. I don't know if it's better than Portillo's, but Portillo's is very different.
Okay, so I think McDonald's is one of the most underrated fast food places. Period. It gets a lot of shit because it's the most popular, and everyone's had shitty McDonald's before, and they're definitely not even close to consistent. But McDonald's at peak, in my opinion, could be top of A, if not into S tier, because of everything else they cover. I think the nuggets are the best in the business. I think the value menu is the best, like the McChicken, the McDouble, the small fries, all that. Their fries are the best. That's the other thing. Like their fries at the very least are like top 3 fries in fast food. And then, all right, look, this might not apply now, but when I was a kid, those Happy Meals fucking hit.
Yeah. Also, their breakfast is really good. We can't deny it. They have arguably
the best.
They have at the very least of the big places the best fast food breakfast. I'm not going to say it's necessarily better than whatchamacallit, Bojangles, because Bojangles breakfast is more like a southern breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But of like fast food, like normal fast food breakfasts, they have the best, or at the worst, second best to Whataburger, because I like Whataburger breakfast.
Yeah, I think breakfast also puts them over the top. Like I said, they kill so many categories. They're only held back by their lack of consistency. And for that, dude, I think it deserves A tier. I'm going to put McDonald's into my A tier.
Yeah.
I think right below Cane's. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I have it 2 above Cane's.
Yeah. Okay.
So next, let's get the weird one out of the way before we get into those super heated conversations.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell
As the
is
Mexican go for it.
wildly underrated, and I think it is by far the most consistent. It's like you can never go there and be disappointed, whereas I could go to a lot of places and be disappointed for sure. I could go to Wendy's, I could go to Cane's, I could go to McDonald's, and I could leave pretty fucking pissed off, like I wasted a whole meal. Taco Bell will never do that to me. It's always the same.
It's so good. In my opinion, it is easily, at the very least, lower, like the lowest of top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think it's high tier. I think it's top tier.
Yeah, I think it's in the top. Well, not S tier, right? You mean like the A tier?
No, I think it's S tier.
Oh, you think it's S tier? Oh,
I think it's like Culver's or slightly better.
Yeah, I think it is good. I mean, I think it's very, very good, but I don't think I could give it S tier status considering what I actually do put into that tier. So yeah, I'm putting it. I can't decide if I want to have it below or above McDonald's. For now, I'm gonna keep it above just because of the consistency. So yeah, let's talk about all these burger places kind of fit together, right?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you want to start with?
Whataburger. I think Whataburger is garbage. So I've heard nothing but amazing things, and I've even heard comparisons to In-N-Out, and I was completely shocked when I had it that anyone could even think these two are close. And let me tell you why. I understand that I might have had a bad Whataburger, but one of the things that makes In-N-Out amazing is its consistency. If you can go to Whataburger and get a meal as shitty as I got it, then that place is not that good. You'll notice that none of mine up here are ever really that bad. For me, from what I've had from Whataburger actually hits my poor tier. Straight up. Straight up.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I lived in Oklahoma for a while, and I am a fan of Whataburger. Gonna be real, I don't really like their burgers. I think people comparing the burgers of Whataburger and In-N-Out are laughable. I agree with you on that. I think they're not comparable. I think In-N-Out's burgers are significantly better. I'm not gonna lie. It's not close to top tier.
Okay.
It's not. But I think the breakfast of Whataburger is really solid. They have their little burritos, they have their little chicken wraps, they have the honey butter chicken biscuit, which in my opinion is just a better version of the Chick-fil-A breakfast honey butter chicken biscuit, which is like the same thing. But I think Whataburger is just straight up better. So I would put it at lowest, right below for me Checkers, which is the highest of my high mid tier, which is my B tier. So it's like upper B tier / lower A tier for me. But I definitely don't see the people saying it's like high A / S tier, but I also don't understand your thing of like it's D or E tier. So now let's go to the comparison, which is In-N-Out. And since you did Whataburger negatively first, I will do In-N-Out.
All right, go ahead.
So for the
Here
price,
we go. Okay.
In-N-Out burgers are the best or second best fast food burger. To me, it's at worst behind Wendy's because I love Wendy's burgers. However, to me, it is very similar to Cane's, where you go there if you know you want one thing, and that one thing is the burgers. Because I think the milkshakes are the most mediocre milkshakes. They're not bad, but they're not great in my opinion. They're very. It's just like, oh, you put ice cream and a little bit of milk and some ice, and you're done. Like that's it.
Okay.
And I am of the opinion where their fries are ass. If you want fries that fresh and that like crisp or whatever you want to call them, just eat potato chips. Because at least you're not going to think they're French fries because they're not French fries. They're weird potato. Like I get if people like them, but I despise them. And people have tried me, get them twice fried, get them this, get them that, get them blah. But if you're gonna compare, let's say the thing that people always talk about, which is the animal style fries, right? Just fucking get like you can't compare that to a normal like a fry with nothing. That's not fair. But also once you're out of the animal style stuff, it's just okay, now you have the mediocre fries again. Because it is such a good, at the very least, one item, it cannot be lower than the very, very, very top of B tier. Like, that is the lowest you could possibly put it. If you think it's bad fast food, you're wrong. Because you can get a burger and that's it. Or two burgers and that's it.
That's
like,
fair.
you don't like the fries, fries. But if you do like the fries, which you do, I can imagine it totally being S tier because they have 3 things, and if you like 2 or 3 of the things, like, it's broken, and it's so cheap. It's so cheap.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you done? You done?
Yeah, I'm putting it at the very end of A tier.
Okay. All right, so I think that In-N-Out burgers are by far the best burger that you can get at that price point. Period. Now, the fries. I think the fries are super polarizing, and I understand why some people don't like them. To be fair, they are a little dry, I will admit. I like them a lot because I get them well done, and I don't require anyone to do it. But I typically like my fries well done no matter where I go. And to me, a crispy, crunchy fry is the best fry. And I think people just forgot what a fresh potato tastes like. I think people forgot what a freshly fried potato tastes like, and what they're used to is the really good McDonald's fries with like hella preservatives, been sitting in a freezer for a while. They throw it in. Of course it's going to taste good. There's all kinds of science behind it. Taco Bell, it's got like 8 layers of seasonings or whatever the hell's on it and crispiness on top of their fries. So people love it, right? You talk a freshly cut potato, you throw it in some oil and you serve it up. In-N-Out's is amazing, and people just aren't used to it. And then I love the burger, and they only have fries and burgers. I think In-N-Out is incredible. And not only that, but I also really like the shakes, by the way, because also real ice cream. People aren't used to this kind of shit. But I would agree, because you're going to bring it up later, Cookout's shakes are better. Easy. For sure. For sure. But
ranting about that later.
Yeah. And then here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about In-N-Out that I think is what makes them makes me put them where they are. They are easily the most consistent fast food. Period. So for those reasons, the consistency and then the quality and then the service and then the price point, I think it is the number 1 fast food place on the planet. That's
number
it.
1?
Number 1, period. Damn. With a bullet. Okay, so with comparing that, we're going to compare it to Five Guys and Shake Shack. So I'll say this. I'll say Five Guys' burger is worse than In-N-Out's, but Shake Shack's is better. But Shake Shack, you're going to be spending $20 there. You're going to be spending $18-$20 there for a full meal, like fries, a drink, maybe if it's a shake, and the burger. Right?
Very least like 16.
So Five Guys.
Shake Shack I've thoroughly enjoyed the couple times I was there, but again, it is more expensive. So if you're gonna compare like a price thing, like the thing is, the only really expensive thing that I have on my anywhere near top is Firehouse. But Firehouse is like so good that to me I'm just like, yeah, it's broken. I may bump it down a little bit later, but I think Shake Shack is like too expensive. I can't imagine putting them anywhere lower than, again, like either Shake Shack or Five Guys, like lower than the best of B tier, because they're still good, but they're just expensive.
Yeah, I'm putting Shake Shack actually at the top of my A tier above Wendy's. If it was cheaper, it'd be S tier. It might actually still be S tier. I'd have to think about that. But Five Guys, I put it right below Culver's in my A tier, but they're both really good. But yeah. Okay, yeah, Cookout. It's our last one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, all right, run it.
Cookout is godlike. It's so good. It is my personal favorite. Again, I haven't had it in a while because it's very, very region exclusive. It is literally South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, maybe West Virginia, and that's it. Maybe Virginia, like 2 of them. But it's so fucking good. If you want to talk about price point, it is cheap. If you want to talk about variety, it has variety. If you want to talk about desserts, it has desserts. If you want to talk about the burgers are good. If you want to talk about the sides, motherfucker, here's a normal meal. Because I've done this spiel a couple times. At Cookout, you get your your entree and 2 sides and a drink for like $4.95. A foot-long hot dog. You have 2 quesadillas. You have really fancy chicken wraps. You have burgers, of course. You have chicken sandwiches. You had pulled barbecue pork, which is something that I don't think any single other place on this entire menu has.
You're right.
Granted,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's the best pulled pork, but like shitty pulled pork with coleslaw and hot sauce on it, it's gonna be a good sandwich. You know what I'm saying? it's in the amount of versatility this restaurant has, while all tasting amazing, being fast, being the second cheapest for their main meals. Because like, sure, you can get dollar menu stuff at McDonald's or Wendy's or a bunch of other places, but like, this is like, yo, this is our main meal that's customizable. It's $5 here. Like, that's broken.
My thoughts on Cookout is that it is, like you said, the price point and the value you get and how much food you could get, and even the quality of the food when you get it, is all way the fuck up there. I think the only reason to rate Cookout differently among the best, because it belongs among the best, no matter what, unless you're just a liar, is what you value more out of a fast food restaurant. Cookout to me is amazing. It just doesn't hit the things that I really value at a fast food restaurant the same as some restaurants that I'm putting above it. From my perspective, the value and the variety is top notch. Only thing is, I wish like the burger tasted better and some of these individual things tasted better, but I can't really expect that for the price that I paid. That shit was a deal and a half, right? So for me, with that being said, for Cookout falls. It's in the second to highest tier. It's not S tier for me.
S tier.
It's not S tier for me.
S tier.
But I've only been twice, so it could be higher. But I would say A tier. It's top 5 for me. But I don't know.
S tier's pretty small, so that's fair.
But I don't know if I put it above Wendy's or not. I think I would. I would just need to eat it like one more time, and it would just be a given. But yeah, so that's my list, I think. But yeah, dude, this was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah. I think we fleshed a lot of this shit out. There are definitely gonna be people mad and not gonna understand how in the world Starbucks is ahead of like Rallies or something like that. For me,
I definitely don't have that.
Yeah, you don't have that, but people are gonna be mad about your Taco Bell, I think.
If you are in my chat, go check out Hugs' Twitch. I linked it in the chat.
Same for ESAM.
Go follow him on Twitter. I think it's just twitter.com/hugs86. Because he has top 8'd 86 times. That is why the name is like that. Okay. But anyway, it's been a pleasure.
Cool. Dude, it was fun. I look forward to seeing the YouTube version. Alrighty. So guys, really quick meme list. We need a meme list. Stat. I'm gonna put Starbucks higher. We're gonna have McDonald's in the top tier. In-N-Out is fine at the top. I'll put Shake Shack at good. Subway's definitely going to be in the A tier. Oh, that'll piss people off. Wendy's goes down. Chipotle we're going to put into E. I think that'll piss people off. I'm going to put Taco Bell into the I have not eaten these. I'm going to put KFC above Popeyes. Culver's, I'll put it low because people are going to be like, they love it where they're from, but it's not on the West Coast, so they'll just be like, this fucking West Coaster. I'll put Culver's low. And let's see. What else? What would make people... Oh, God, this list is awful. This list is terrible. Might be the worst list I've ever seen in my life. Good. That's what I want. So, Echo, if you're still here, this is the one. Okay? This is the one we're putting on the thumbnail. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out the new YouTube video. The reviews are in. It's one of the funniest things that we've ever put out. So please check that out. Subscribe.